Last year, I recommended a flagship gaming laptop, OMEN 17. Reason is simple, it's the cheapest T1 3080 laptop, and comprehensively good. Soon it has an update. OMEN 17-0-2 has a competitive price. It's still an affordable flagship. Can its performance live up to its credit? Let's check it out. A 71-700H CPU, RTX 3080 Ti of 175 watts, 16 gigs for 1800 MHz memory, 1 TB SSD. Same 17.3-inch 2000 rays and 165 Hz screen. 100% Shree. Current price is $2,500. It has 3070 Ti version with 2 variants. And the prices are $1,880 and $1,700. The chassis is same as last gens, and exterior unchanged. Metal base panel, plastic lid and bottom, 16:9 ratio, bow panel, 102.7% volume, 98.2% coverage. Delta E is as shown. Max brightness 392 nits. By the way 11. GTG 13.92. The screen has high rays and high refresh. It's suitable for gaming, but its unstable hinge is still unchanged, and it's easy to shake. Keyboard layout doesn't change, but the numpad is cut out. Power button is between F12 and delete. The position is strange though. I think the macro keys are not very useful because they change the layout. Sometimes you'll mistake them for escape or control. H45 models have film keyboard. For zone RGB, non-conflict keys, but the optical switch is cancelled. That's a pity. Same as last gen. It's a bulky gaming laptop. The big 330 watt power brick passed down. Special as it looks, for its practicality, it needs to lose weight because it is too cumbersome. 2 USB a 3.2 Gen 1 on the right. Most are on the left and are enough for use. Note that this gen's Thunderbolt 4 has PD charge, 65 watts for power off, and 100 watts for power on charging. Next comes CPU test. I think you have known i7-1700H. It got 671 points in our 20 single thread. New micro architecture greatly boosts single core in loop test. Got 6000 and dropped to 5900. It's about 700 higher than last year's. It was 100 watts at first, then 105, and dipped down to 90 watts. But it was a little hot and hit the 97 throttling, and core power was 7 to 8 watts. Needs to be optimized. Next is RTX 3080 Ti of 175 watts. With dynamic boost, this is the most a gaming laptop can have. Time SPI was 12,960, V 16,583. Superposition 8,405, a bit better than last year's 3080. For about 6%, with a minor boost. And 12.7% better than 150 watts 3070 Ti. Next is gaming performance. It supports Advanced Optimus, which is Mux Switch Hot Swap. In 3 games, 2000 resolution, Tomb Raider 1-3, Metro 70 FPS. Even Cyberpunk and Warhammer 3 reached 60 FPS. Last year, even 3080 couldn't handle 2000 Ultra settings games. But with the update of CPU and GPU, that can be barely realized. That's good. We also tested frame rate under 108p. Tomb Raider reached 160 FPS. Other games got boost too, but lower resolution worsens the graphics. Unless for FPS, you'd better use 2000 on your 3080 Ti gaming laptop. Online games FPS, Dota 2 165, Cs go 517, under 108p, Dota 2 up to 165, Cs go 599. No problem for a smooth gaming, but in comparison, its FPS is lower than i7 plus 3070 Ti. Maybe it's because high on core power. 12 watts in Dota 2. So core power is low, and thus clock is low. PS 927, AE 937, and PR 872. Its PR score is higher than OMEN 16, but points of PS and AE are similar. As to SpecView 2020, which is GPU heavy, OMEN 17 with 3080 Ti is better. OMEN 172022 with powerful GPU is great for gaming. 3A games at 2000 Ultra is not a problem. CPU power in online games needs to be improved. Okay, next is disassembly. Unscrew the bottom case and you can remove it. Its internal structure resembles last year's. They actually use the same chassis. The battery in modern office lasted 5 hours 43 minutes. It's not long, but much better than last year's 3-hour battery. It can be better. The stock SSD is 1 terabyte. For PCIe Gen 4. Low capacity read was 7000 and write 5000, and 1200 when out of cache. Will be a common SSD for high-end. Left empty M to slot. Supports 4 PCIe Gen 4 RAID. 8 gigs DDR5 4800 memory. Works in SAG-Vray mode. The timings often change. As is shown. Wi-Fi card under the heat pipe. Intel AX to 11 Wi-Fi 6E support. Dual fans, 4 pipes for cooling. And a hidden heat pipe for power supply and RAM. It did well last year. Let's run some tests. Temperature at 25 degrees and use performance mode. CPU package 82.5 and IA 44.4 watts. P3.3E 2.6 GHz. It's not very good. Its temperature and power are worse than last gen. 12th gen core should be cooled with same thermals. Maybe it's because of thermals mounting. Or uneven thermal paste. GPU 74.8 degrees 175 watts 1552 MHz. CPU package 65 IA 56.7 watts. P2.9, E2.4 GHz. GPU 71.5 degrees 145 watts 1417 MHz. Dynamic boost off. 65 and 150 watts. Temperature and clock didn't change. Keyboard is cool. It doesn't feel hot at all. But the noise is not that good. Noise reached 55.3 dB, which is a bit loud. Engineering sample is certainly not good as production version. By official data, it's 80 plus 150. Our data is for your reference. In short, this laptop has good thermals. 210 watts. Is first rate among flagships. Thanks to its thick body, it has cool exterior. But note that noise is loud under load. You'll need a headset for shooter games. I'm sure you've learned about this laptop so far. As usual, 3 pros and cons. Here are pros. First, good value in 3080 Ti. It was starting at $2,355. Currently $2,500, the cheapest 3080 Ti laptops. Want a Tier 1 flagship but money is tight? This is your only choice. Secondly, it's cool under high load, even in dual stress test. Keyboard cool. Which is the coolest we tested this year? You can even say it's cold. Thirdly, it did well in dual stress test. It held at 210 watts. The most powerful air cooling this year, thanks to which it performed well in various 3A games. After pros come cons. First is keyboard layout. 17-inch laptop. Has no numpad and weird power button. Left macro keys change the layout. It's really counterintuitive and uncomfortable to use. Second is the heavy power brick. It's 1.6 kilos heavy, almost like an Ultrabook. Now phone and Ultrabook chargers are smaller, but gaming laptops are still big. We need some update. Third is the unstable screen hinge. This is an old question. When there's a little vibration, it's easy to shake. For a $1,600 flagship, it still needs to be polished. To sum up, OMEN 172022 remains the chassis. Core specs update, so their pros and cons are similar. Performance boost comes from new hardware. The cost is low, and it maintains a competitive price. S Gen of OMEN 17 is good enough. So even without new chassis, dual test performance, and gaming is still Tier 1. So I recommend it to those who have limited budget, but want the performance of flagship. It's still the benchmarking flagship this year. But the 4 kilos body plus cables can't be ignored. So for those with portability demands, you'd better have strong arms before purchase. Although it's the cheapest 3080 Ti gaming laptop, the price gap between 3070 Ti and 80 Ti is quite big. $630 for new GPU seems not a good deal. 3070 Ti version is a better choice. Its gap from high-spec one is only 12%, and you can get good thermals and good screen. With $600, you can get better peripherals. For some new games, it's a good deal. Okay, that's all of this video. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for our new reviews. All we want is to provide info and guidance. This is BIBA Laptops. I'm Juan. See you next time.